All right, rock and roll, dude.
Awesome. Yeah, man.
Well,
I appreciate you hopping on here with me to talk. Um,
yeah,
First of all, I love that backdrop, man. Tell me about it.
yeah, I've got murals all over the place here. Um,
Awesome.
yeah. Hold on one second. Yeah, so I'm surrounded by like 360 murals in here. So
Oh,
they're on every wall.
did did you do that yourself?
No, no, no.
Okay, cool, cool. But anyway, man, thanks for coming on to my show. Um,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and get started. So for people who may not know, who are you?
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. Well, yeah, let's get a clean start here. I was just up
Okay,
there.
let's
Yeah.
get let's get it.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. Hey, thanks for coming to the show, Nick. I really appreciate your time here. I've been watching and following you for years now, man. So let's just get started. For everybody who's watching that may not know you, explain who you are.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. So my name's Nicholas Nick. I founded this company called Lead Mining Pros about 8 years ago. We're a lead generation company for wholesalers, for houses or land investing, or really any industry. What I've done is I've been able to deploy American cold callers. That's one of our big differentiators that we offer true American cold callers living right here in the United States, which is a big edge. I don't think anyone else does that. A lot of other companies may call them like American born or expatriates or something like that. But in our case, everyone does live here. And we also do text messaging as well. And so I offer this turnkey service where not only do we cold call and text message, but I can provide the list and I can provide everyone's phone number on the list. So people can come to me for a very easy solution for their real estate investing. On top of that, we're no contracts, no commitments, and no setup fees. So each package on our website is a single purchase. You're not locked in, you're not paying a setup fee or anything like that. So people like it because they can come and go as they please. Very similar like shopping at Walmart or something. You don't have to pay a subscription to keep shopping there, kind of thing.
That's really exciting because in the world we live in real estate, especially with all the regulations and the rules changing, you kind of provide a do it for yourself, you're doing it for them, right?
Yeah.
You're setting it all up for them. So for a business owner that don't have time to or VAs really to, do all of that for them, you're the answer.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly right. And then even the VA thing, we so often think that getting a virtual assistant to cold call for us is, whether it's so cheap or it's so much better, but what we often forget is the data, the skip tracing, and the time behind making sure, if that, and the other thing about managing your own team is, I've been in leadership for a long time, and if you train your employee that they do not have to work, but they can just be on the clock and not working. If they do that for 1 week, you're never going to get a productive employee again after that. Every time, as soon as they realize that you're not watching them and that they can do whatever they want while they're working for you, even if you start paying attention, you're like never going to be go back and fix that bad habit that you created. So one of the big things too is that we're so well managed that you don't have to worry about a VA wasting your time or someone not doing what they said they were going to. Because when you do that, not only do you have to train them, but then you have to hold them accountable to actually doing the work. So that's one of the other perks that we offer as well is you don't have to worry anything. You just focus on closing the hot leads that we send you.
Oh yeah, man. You guys are crushing it. I mean, it just makes it so much easier. So as far as the cold calls go, so I come into you, I set up, I buy a package, you guys get the list together, you guys call, gather, first interest, right? And then it gets passed on to me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So right when we hang up the phone, you get an email the second it's generated, and you're going to get the name, the address, the acres, whether your land or houses, we got it all there, APN numbers, all that good stuff. We send all that over to you, and then we send you all of our detailed notes. My team, because they are American, they take amazingly detailed notes. They tell you all the questions we asked, all the answers they gave, all that good stuff. and then we send it all over to our clients immediately. Then we also text message everyone. And then when they reply positively to the text, we continue replying for you for free. And then when they're done replying, or if they ghost us, either one, right? Then we send you all of the yes responses or as much as the conversation was had. So both those are very turnkey, or we just do it all. And then what I also offer, the other big benefit of using us is I offer free courses that tell you exactly what to do and exactly what to say to every lead that does come.
Oh man, you're giving so much value for the I was looking at the prices, for the prices, you're I mean, there's nothing to compete with that.
Right.
Definitely with American callers and all this extra value. Um, so how do you suggest someone like lead comes to me, right? What's the next step for me? What should I call and should I gather more information? Should I send a straight offer? Like, what do you recommend?
So what I tell everyone to do is you want to have three great conversations. Now, my conversation does count as one.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm number one. I send you the lead, and I recommend you have two additional great conversations after my one.
Okay.
Okay. And we don't talk about money too much. So here's how I recommend the first call go.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, so I just got your information from Sherry. Is that right? She was telling me about the 2 acre piece of land in Texas you were interested in selling. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Sherry was. Oh, well, great. Well, hey, look, here's what's going to happen next. I'm going to do some online research. And if this property is a good fit for me, I'm going to be sending you an offer. Now, do you prefer that offer via email or regular mail? Okay. You ask them and don't just say one, say both.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they'll say, oh, well, email's fine. Oh, great. Okay. So could I get your email address just to confirm that? Or, regular mail is fine. Oh, great. Can I just confirm your mailing address just to make sure I send it to the right place? Okay. All right. So I'm going to send this over to you. Now, have you ever sold a piece of land before? Most likely they haven't, or it's been a while because unless they're doing it all the time, blah, blah, blah. No, I haven't. Okay, great. So what I like to do in these cases is I like to have you on the phone and I want to actually explain the offer to you. It's going to be on an official contract. And I actually want to break the whole thing down for you so you don't have any questions. Okay. So these are the strategies I recommend because what we want to do, what I'm trying to get my clients to do is make it as personable as possible.
Yeah.
Some people are out there just sending blind offers and blind contracts, and they're just doing all this work and they're blowing up leads.
Yeah.
Okay. These leads at least want to think you're a real person. So this is the first call. Okay. All right, great. So hey, give me 24 hours, 48 hours, and I'm gonna let you know if I send an offer over to you. Okay. All right, great. Thank you so much. So boom, now you go, then you do let's not waste time on research and analytics and data before we even talk to the person.
Yeah.
And one of the main things we're looking for on that call, so many people want distressed motivation, right? And I don't necessarily agree with that. What
Okay.
I think you want is you want energy motivation. Are they easy to talk to? Are they nice? It's like, are they pleasant, right? That is energy motivation.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think we should be doing business with people that are rude or yelling or angry at all, even if they do want to sell. So I call that qualifying their energy.
I like
Okay.
that.
And if they're easy to talk to, you are going to have a deal. Now it's up to you to say the right things. Okay.
Hmm.
So if they're easy to talk to, don't hang up the phone. If they're a pain in the ass, definitely hang up the phone.
Yeah.
So the thing that we're listening for on this call is how easy they are to work with and
Yes.
conversate.
That makes that I love that.
Yeah, thank you. No, I think it's a big deal because what happens is a lot of people, we over disqualify leads. We
Yeah.
can't wait to get them off the phone. Our goal is not to hang up on as many leads as possible. Our goal is to turn as many leads as possible into cash.
Yeah.
Okay. And if
Quality
they're,
conversations.
that's right. And if it's a quality conversation, we're going to be closer to cash. So that's the second call. The third call, I actually recommend be the offer that's either right before you send the contract. Hey, we just finished. We just finished analyzing the deal. We are going to send you the contract right now. Are you in front of your computer right now? If you want to like nail them down,
Hmm.
because I only want to send it if you're in phone. I don't want you to see this thing without me being on the phone with you.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the kind of energy we want to bring to the table.
Mm,
Okay. And then yeah, I'm in front. Okay, great. I'm gonna send it here. Give me 30 seconds. Boom. Or if they're not, well, hey, will you be in 30 minutes? I'll call you then, and then I'll send the contract. And what we're trying to do here, and this isn't perfect, but we don't want them to see it without us being present with them.
hmm.
Okay. And this is going to help their emotional control, right? If they see it without you, they might, oh, this son of a bitch,
Yeah.
you wouldn't believe I do it. But if you're on the phone with them, they're going to be calmer by nature.
Yeah.
Okay. Because they don't want to show their ass in front of you. So they might say, like, oh, it's a little lower than I thought. Okay. Well, you being present for that controls everything now. They can't ghost you moving forward. They're right there. Oh, well, let's talk about it. Well, blah, 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 blah. Then you work your whole way through it. So that I recommend be basically the third call. We want a pre-intro, be polite the whole time. And think about this process. One, we spoke to them, we told them you were going to call.
Yes.
Then you call. You were very polite. Then you say, hey, here's what's going to happen next. That's awesome. No one's telling anyone what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to call you in 2 days. Then you actually do call them in 2 days. So you look like you say you're doing what you're saying, which is really important to them, right? You're building integrity and you're being polite. By now, they have built some kind of rapport with you,
Yeah.
right? To that degree. And that helps. So that rapport also helps soften the blow of the low offer when that time comes.
Mm.
So if you're having good conversations and you're being polite, when that lower than expected, not necessarily low or anything, but lower than expected offer comes, no, God, you've been great, you've been in integrity, and you maybe are someone I would sell this property to.
Yeah.
So
That's $1 million worth of game right there.
well, I'm just one thing I teach that's much different is I feel like I teach the love side
There
of
you
it.
go.
You know
I've
what I
noticed
mean?
that about you
Yeah.
just over the years of watching you.
Yeah, no, thank you. And yeah, I don't teach aggressive tactics. A lot of people just say, just get it under contract and renegotiate with them later. That's what a lot of people, with me, I'm like, no, get them to fall in love with you
Yeah.
or as close to it as humanly possible. Okay. And then let's talk about the money because, and we all can agree, once you love someone or you gain a likeness towards them, the price is different,
Yeah.
period.
Definitely.
Right.
Hmm. Yeah, that's so good, man. That's so good. That right there was just so much information for somebody. Those three calls is, I mean, and you should definitely do that. But you did mention something to me when you were doing the role playing kind of. You mentioned land. So I know you deal with houses too, but are you seeing a lot more success with the land with cold calling right now?
You know, it's I think the answer is this. So land is, we get more leads and they close more often and there's less to talk about.
Yeah,
I mean, so what I would wager to say is land is better for people with 1 to 3 years experience,
gotcha.
right? Would be a good way to put it,
Yeah,
right? Less complexity, like with the house, how's the roof, how's the plumbing, where's grandma going to live? That's a lot of shit to navigate. Okay. Now I do have scripts on houses and stuff too. It's a little bit different, a little bit more inquisitive, right? Stuff like that because we got to get in there with the house. There's a lot of things that can be wrong with the house, right? With
yep,
land, it's just, are you building it or do you want to sell it?
yeah,
Right. And so it's very easy. So, and the land community found me about 2 years ago. And, and it's been great ever since. Tons of closed deals, tons of opportunities, tons of leads. And now, whenever a house investor calls me and they're struggling, I'm like, have you tried land? And I do in my course area, which I'll give you access when you post this, but in my course area, which is completely free, I have land investing courses, house investing courses, scripts that tell you exactly what to say, all of it. So that way, you can take us in any direction you're most comfortable with.
oh man, that's sweet. And the free courses, that's just more to that value that we were just talking about. Like you're giving so much value, and I understand now why you're so successful, other than just watching you.
Yeah.
Um, so like I said, the past few years, I've really watched you a lot. I mean, I followed you. One thing that I've noticed is you seem pretty spiritual. You seem pretty down to earth, and you seem to have routines. I remember, I think we talked before, and I told you that one thing I remember about you the most is you used to wake up in the morning on like a scooter, and you used to like just like scooter down the road. You know what I mean?
That's
Do
a
you still
one
do that?
wheel.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still
Yeah,
do
it's
that?
called, yeah, yeah. I just did it this morning for 2 hours. Yeah, I have this one wheel. It's like an electronic skateboard, for
Yeah.
lack of a better term. And it's great because it uses your body weight to speed up and slow down.
Hmm.
So it's like very meditative, right? I don't have like a throttle and a brake. Instead, I just lean in and lean out. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's a blast. And it's like really, like I said, really very meditative. It's a great way to start the day. You know,
Love
I think routines are like so important. We have to find ways to like fill our cups every day, you know? And I've learned if I don't one wheel, if I don't exercise, I also do like some boxing in the morning as well. If
it.
I don't do those things, my cup just isn't as full throughout the day. You know, they kind of keep me sane, you know.
Yeah.
I've been on vacation once without my one wheel and I was getting so grumpy because I didn't feel like I had like me time. So while I was on vacation, I actually bought a one wheel. And I already had two at the house, but I was like, well, hell, you know, I'm sure I could use another one. And I really want one. I found a used one online and I went and I picked it up,
That's
you know?
awesome, man.
Yeah, yeah, no, it was perfect.
Because I mean, you're looking healthy, man. You're looking happy. So you get up, you do the one wheel, you work out, do some boxing. Is there anything else you're doing before you get started for work that might be important for people to know?
You know, I'm really not, I'm not a big journaler. I'm working on being better at that. But even if I do journal, it's like when I wake up, I feel like I'm shot out of a cannon. It's like I can't like sit still. Sitting
Yeah.
still is not really in my vision for that. But I will say that very often, like the night before or several days before, I'm always planning my next moves. Like I just wrote an email today. It takes me 5 minutes, but it's because I've been thinking about that email for the last 4 days.
Yeah.
So I think one thing I am always doing is I'm a little bit okay with procrastination. So one thing I'll share is this. I embrace procrastinating. Okay. And like, yeah, well, I'm putting it off. I'm putting it off. No, I'm not putting it off. I'm preparing.
Mm,
Okay. I'm
like
figuring it out. Now, I don't stay in procrastination, otherwise, I would have a problem with it. But if I'm thinking about something for days, it's because it's not perfect yet. It's because I haven't figured it out yet. So, one thing I will say is I feel like I've mastered procrastination.
mm,
Okay. And I see it as a part of my process and I don't really resist it.
yeah.
So I use the procrastination to help me flush it out. Now, one thing I do is I've got this really dark restaurant that I go to about once a week. And when I go there, I bring my laptop, I bring my notepad, and I go there by myself. And I just sit there, and that's really where I'm like business planning. So I procrastinate all week long or prepare all
Yeah.
week long. And then around Sundays or Monday nights, I'll go to this restaurant and I'll sit there for like 2 hours. And that in that 2 hours, I can get 10 hours of work done because I've been preparing all week long. So then that's where I kind of create my plan. So then when the day starts, I'm shot out of a cannon. I do my morning routine. And then I come back in, I check my calendar, right? You were on it today. I had an hour in between my one wheel ride and you. So I handle some more stuff. And then I just prepare to execute all my preparation and my planning from that night. So although I don't do too much in the morning itself to set up for my workday, I feel like I do some pre-setup throughout the previous couple days.
That's excellent, man.
Thank
Sounds
you.
like I feel like that's important. Everybody I talk to, that's successful, they all have their own things. And like you said, a lot of people have those negative things like procrastination, but it seems like a lot of people find a way to let that fuel into something else. Like what you said, it leads into you being more prepared, right? So your procrastination helps you become more prepared. And you found that within yourself to fight that procrastination to make something strong out of it, right?
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, yeah, and it's like, whatever we do, we might naturally want to beat ourselves up, but we really have to do whatever we can to not do that, you
Yeah,
know,
man.
and to kind of go with the flow. Like nothing good's going to come out of that. Either get off your ass and do it, or take what you think is your flaw
Mm,
and then try to spin it a little bit and then watch when you spin that flaw that it starts to go away, right? So like when I tell myself procrastination is a part of my process, I'm no longer angry when I'm procrastinating. If I become angry when I'm procrastinating, I might procrastinate more because now I'm pissed off.
yep.
And it just starts to snowball. So I think a lot of it comes from being peaceful as well and making sure we're not fighting ourselves at every step along the way.
Yeah, man, that's really great. So I know before you did your lead mining, and you had this as a business, as a service, you were like a heavy real estate investor, right?
No, no, not at all.
Wasn't?
Actually, what I did before this was I was an executive
Hmm.
at a real estate education company that taught people how to wholesale.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I never really was an investor, which is one of the unique things about me, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of my competing companies, they actually do invest.
Yeah.
Um, and and that's kind of like a different vibe. Like I'm like, hey, I don't do that. I just service my clients. I just do the lead gen. And I think what that's done too is it's kind of made for a better experience because now I'm just so engulfed in what my clients are going and what they're experiencing. And with my education background that I have, that's why I offer all the free courses, right? It just all comes naturally to me to be an educator, to be a teacher, and then to provide that level of. So my company is a lot like a mentoring program,
Yeah.
except I don't charge for mentoring. I just charge for the leads, you
Yeah.
know. So and when I ran mentorship programs, that's the one thing I hated. None of them ever included leads.
Yes.
And my experience, I learn more by doing than by watching.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like, giving me a bunch of videos, yeah, that might work for the first 4 days, but I really need to have something tangible in my hand. I can't learn to play soccer by watching videos on how to play soccer. Like, give me a ball. I need to go kick it around the field a little bit, kind of thing.
Yeah, man. Man, I could talk with you for hours, Nick. It looks like we're running out of time here. I want to have you back. But before we go, I really do want to, like you mentioned something, a free course earlier. So what are you gonna send to me so we can give to some viewers watching for
Yeah.
free?
So I'm gonna give you a couple things. One is I'm gonna give you a link. It's gonna be a link that's gonna get everyone access. It's all completely free. They just sign up for the platform. It's free, but they have to put in their name and their email and stuff like that. And then they're gonna get access to my 8 courses. Okay. Now, out of those 8, there's 3 I highly recommend everybody focus on. One is my newest and my favorite. It's called the Hour a Day Investor. Okay. It's if you only have 1 hour a day, what should you be doing in that 1 hour? That's the whole premise of that course. And I give you scripts, I give you written out processes, and I give you a flow chart. I give you all
Wow.
of them. Yeah. And it's all free. Okay. So that's one of the most important ones. The other one is our onboarding course. And that one, it's for our clients, but I tell you how to pick the best markets. I tell you exactly what to say to every lead, and I tell you what to expect from us at Lead Mining as well. Okay. Then the next one is going to be my land investing course. Okay. Also completely free. All these are free. They're all in there. And that's just going to walk you through a land investing deal, what that looks like, what you should do, how to generate leads, how to dispo the leads. Everything I offer is very simple and not long. My onboarding course is 35 minutes. My land investing course is 50 minutes. And my hour a day investor, I think that one's like an hour and a half. But I'm literally going through every word that you should say to them in that one. So it's a good hour and a half. And they're also all broken up into micro videos too. So it's very easy to
Yeah.
digest. I'll give you a link for everyone to review that.
Awesome, man. Yeah, those links for everybody watching, they will be in the description of this video. So other than that, if somebody wants to reach out to you directly, how do they do that?
Yeah. So there's a couple ways. One, I'd really recommend checking out the website, leadminingpros.com. Okay. On there is going to be my cell phone number at the top. So you can do a couple things there. A, you can call me directly, or B, you can book a call. You'll see options to book a call all over the website. I don't care which one you choose. If I'm not available right away, I have an answering service that will then try to book a call with you, which is super great. But yeah, so I would just check out the site, go through our products, go through our offering, and then give me a shout. I'm also super, I'm super, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm super available on Facebook. So you'll see that I'm on Facebook like crazy. I post all the time. I post crazy shit, fun shit, cool shit. So I'll give you a link so everyone can follow me on Facebook too. But yeah, feel free to be a part of the journey and see what my clients are experiencing and see what our business is all about. And also, just like Travis, if you guys ever just want to pick my brain, I'm a real person, right? I'm not behind a wall of VAs. I don't have VAs checking my inbox on Facebook. Like if you message, that's me, behind it. So if anyone wants anything or needs anything, you'd also reach out to me directly on Facebook too.
Hey man, thank you so much for being such a dope person, being
Absolutely.
down to earth, my man. I appreciate all the value you've given today. Is there anything else you would like to say before we bounce off here?
What I just want to, there's two things I like to leave people with. One, it's all about lead generation because that's kind of what I'm in, right? One is do not over disqualify your leads. Okay. We talked about that earlier, so I won't harp on it. Check their energy, be good on the phone, have a great conversation. If the conversation is going great, keep talking to them. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah,
Okay. Number two, don't, I call it negative self talk. Okay. Don't negative self talk about the leads. Don't look at a lead and say, this lead sucks. Okay. Now you can say a lead sucks. Let that be after you talk to them and after they chewed your ass.
yeah,
Okay. Don't tell me a lead sucks before you ever spoke to them. Okay. So it's like, think about that. It's like, don't trash the lead in your head. If you tell yourself it sucks before you even call, you're going to make it suck. Okay. You're going to go to that lead and you're going to say shitty things because now you think it sucks. Okay. You're going to ruin that lead in your mind. So no negative self-talk when it comes to the leads. All right. And also don't talk negatively out loud. If you have an acquisition manager, think about this. And he hears you trash talking your own leads, he's never going to close another deal again. He's going to say, even you said they suck, boss.
yeah.
What do you expect me to do? So the other thing that we don't realize is we're green lighting laziness whenever we trash talk leads to our team and ourselves. And we don't want to do that. Call the lead. Every lead's worth 2 to 5 minutes of your time. Okay. If they're an asshole, hang up on them. If they're not easy to talk to, don't hang up on them. Don't ever hang up, actually. Keep talking to them until we get it figured out. So that's my whole spiel because I see people work leads time and time again, and they shoot for disqualification and then they trash talk them in their mind. And that's the only way to ensure that you're not going to be successful is if you do those two things.
See, guys, I'm telling you right now, just from the three phone call approach and what he just said to you, that's all you really need. But if you need the leads, contact Nick, go to Lead Mining. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. I appreciate you so much, man. I'm looking forward to talking with you in the future. I thank you, and I hope you have a good one.
You too, Travis. Thank you, brother.
All right, man. Later.
See you, dude. Bye.